£10 biker here. Just got to that thing when you come around a corner a little bit quicker than maybe you should do, and you see a van with a red stripe down the side. Especially at the minute, because there's a lot going on at the minute around here with the police. They're going on the TV a lot, saying about how they're now cracking down on these terrible bikers that go too fast. And of course, that always leads to the same statistic of, well, always after they say about, oh, these bikers going 3-figure speeds, always followed by, you know, that bikers only make up 1 in of the population on the roads, but account for 1 in of all the deaths. So I just let these past. I'm not going too quick. I've got Mrs. C on the back. But yeah, so the police are cracking down on it. They've bought a ZZR 1400 apparently, and it's unmarked, and they're latching onto the back of bikers and then following them and seeing them ride and then issuing tickets. And to be fair, if you're doing 3-figure speeds on these type of roads, well, you're kind of asking for it, really, aren't you? I mean, we all know what the rules are. We all probably go a little bit quicker than we should do. Somebody did there, nice skid mark on the corner. So we all probably go a little bit quicker than we should. But you kind of gauge it, don't you? You know, you might go a little bit over the speed limit. And I know some people will probably be really offended by the idea of going over the speed limit at all, but especially on bikes like this, it takes a 2-second twist of the wrist and you're going beyond the speed limit. But everyone pretty much speeds at some point, whether it's on purpose or by accident. And you know the risk you're taking. You know that might hit you with a few points and it might hit you with a fine. But they've been catching people doing 120, 130, 140 on this type of road, and although bikes are definitely capable of it, I know I'm not. The bike is, I'm not. I would be putting creases in the seat like nobody's business if I was doing that kind of speed, and Mrs. C would be beating the something out of me if I was doing it with her on the back. But yeah, you take your chance. You know what the penalties are. So I'm not going to say I'm against them getting on a ZZR and tracking people down doing that kind of speed. The police were actually quite good about it, even on the TV. They were saying, you're doing a few miles an hour here and there over the speed limit, we don't mind, but if you're doing 100 miles an hour, we're going to crack down on you. And that's essentially what they said to me when I did my bike safe, and when I've been with the IAM ever since and spoken to police, they've said pretty much the same thing. That the quote that I always remember was, we know that you're on a bike, you like going fast. We know, we don't mind as long as you're not being dangerous about it. Anyway, it reminded me of a news story not long back that kind of ties in with it, and it was a guy in this area in a car who had been racking up the points, and he's reached on his license, I think it was 63, it might have been 62, but it was definitely over 60 points on his license. If you're outside the UK, you might not know, but 12 points is supposed to be a ban. So 60 points, he could have been banned 5 times over. But he's pleaded hardship. He said he couldn't get around without his car. And the courts have said, oh, fair enough, then you can keep your licence with your 60 points on. I'm sure he gets a nice high insurance rate. I really hope he does. But I'm going to go the other way from saying we all speed a bit and you take your chances and I don't mind about the police, to what the heck are the courts doing? Allowing someone with 60 points to still be on the road. I understand the hardship argument, but in this country, you know, you get 6 points for a major offence. So how the heck can we get to 60 points? When you get 6 points, surely you start to slow down a bit and start to think about how you're riding or driving. I don't know. Hey, let me know what you think in the comments. Ride safe, everyone. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all again soon.